A lot of us don't have that huge following online, so we have to put those professional things into place using other areas such as. So I talk to a lot of artists, and every single artist I talk to want to raise their pricing. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly how to raise your pricing and sell your artwork over $1,000 per piece. Now, currently I have artists selling their artwork for $5,000, $10,000, and even $15,000 per piece. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to get to that point and what makes someone purchase an artwork for $5,000 versus $500, because the purchasing decision at this point actually becomes different when deciding on these two different price points. So we're going to talk about the why, the how, and what to do for you to get there as well. So let's get straight into the video. By the way, my name is Jerroy Henry. I'm the founder of Artist Rise. I helped a few hundred artists make sales online and sold over $2 million worth of artwork online. With that being said, if you find this information valuable and you want to work with me, then you can go to artistrise.com and schedule a call with me and my team, and we can talk about exactly what that looks like to get you to your goals. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So here's the thing. If you want to sell your art for over $1,000, there is a mental shift that happens for the artist as well as for the customer. You see, when you sell the artwork at the $1,000 price point, you must understand that the artwork itself is placed in a different position than selling your artwork at less than $1,000. You see, when people purchase at the $1,000 mark, they purchasing a certain level of professionalism. This must reflect on your social media. This must reflect on your website. This must reflect on you as the artist, because as you get higher in the pricing, people look for status. Now, this could be a blue check on Instagram, but what my artists tend to focus on is higher quality photos. Now, you may think, Jerroy, I take great photos already. How would that lead to me raising my pricing? So let's talk about this in a bit more detail. You see, when I mean high quality photos, there are certain artist accounts such as CJ Hendry you could check out, for example. Kid King you could check out, for example. James Jean you could check out, for example. These are some great profiles you could check out to see the professionalism of their page, as well as their artwork, as well as the way they display their artwork on their page. You see, when it comes to professionalism, you really want to look at the entire composition of the photo. When you look at the entire composition of the photo, you want to see what's going on, not just in the actual image with the work, but the surrounding areas, the background. And you typically want a white background that typically looks the cleanest, and it also give off a certain level of professionalism. You see, when someone is purchasing artworks at these higher price points, especially once you get to like $5,000 and above, people looking for these things subconsciously without them even saying it, because in their head they have to justify spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 on a particular artwork, and they justify these things more than just loving the work, but they justify these things based on appeal, not just in the actual artwork itself, but the professionalism of the artist and the way they display their work. On a website, if you want to have a higher level of professionalism, remove pricing off your website. White background on your website, oh my God. I've seen some websites that do not have a white background. A white background, not blue, red, yellow, black, or any of those other colors. White. Great examples for the website, once again, is like Calls, also artists like James Jean as well as CJ Hendry. The white background gives off a professional look. Professionalism raises the value of the work. Another way to really tap into a high level of professionalism is to get featured in a few magazines. I know there's some magazines out there, specifically art magazines, you could pay to be featured in, and then you could showcase that feature on your Instagram, talking about how you was just featured inside of this magazine. Once you do this, this will also raise the professionalism. So with that being said, so far you have a very clean Instagram, you have a very clean website, both with white backgrounds, clean photos where you also end the photo, as well as you've been featured, let's say, 2 magazines. At this point, you will have a certain level of status to the potential buyer. Now, when you tell a buyer the art is $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000, as we mentioned, they start to justify why it costs that much. A great way for the justification is a huge following, but a lot of us don't have that huge following online, so we have to put those professional things into place using other areas such as great quality photos, a beautiful designed website, as well as just simply getting featured in a few small magazines will actually do the trick. With that being said, once you have the professionalism in place, you must, what we say, stand on your numbers. What this means is when you throw out a price, you must throw out that price with conviction. I talked about this in the last video, or maybe the video before that, but you want to stand on your price and talk about those prices with conviction. This means when someone asks for you to discount your artwork or they try to negotiate, you immediately let them know that there is no negotiating and the price is the price because your artwork hold value. And when you do this, they will really begin to understand the professionalism as well as the quality, not just of the artwork, but you as a whole as an artist. And then they will see the value in that pricing and be more willing to purchase that artwork. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a video to demonstrate how to sell your artwork at higher price points, but more importantly, how to raise the value of those higher price points and people recognize those artworks at those prices and be more likely to spend the money on those artworks. You still have to understand exactly what to say in conversation to make the sale, which I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I have other videos on this YouTube channel covering those topics as well. But if you just start there, more people will be willing to spend more with you. I see so many artists want to sell their artwork at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, but their social media or their website just don't reflect that level of professionalism. You have to reflect that same amount of professionalism to sell your artwork at those price points. With that being said, once again, my name is Gerard Henry. I hope you found this valuable. Definitely like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as send me a message if you want. You can send me an email. You can write me on Instagram. Instagram is here. And I hope you found this valuable. With that being said, I'm going to see you on the next video. Peace.